Hello, my name is Joe, and um, these videos are just going to be a video log, video diary about my experiences with minor mental health issues, problems, just aspects of my life, if you wish. I am 22 years old. I live in the United Kingdom, in a seaside town called Bournemouth. I've lived here all my life, other than the 3 years I lived at university in Guildford, which is a town near London. Um, at university, I studied international politics, and the areas of interest to me most were um, feminism, gender studies, religion and politics, human rights, that sort of thing. I I haven't scripted or practiced or polished anything for these videos in terms of the content. I would like it to just be a very sort of free form, uh, you know, discussion about my personal experiences and certain things that have helped, haven't helped, have happened, will happen, might happen, uh, and just general certain issues about life or different things, with the core theme of, you know, um, anxiety and depression and that sort of thing. So if I try and briefly summarize um, my my personal experience, I first started experiencing general anxiety just over a year ago, probably about 14 months ago. It was it came about at the end of my second year of university. I was sitting my second year exams, and one night I woke up in the middle of the night and was experiencing lots of physical and mental sensations that were intensely unpleasant. And I went back home almost immediately to my family, and I spent 2 or 3 months. Fortunately, I had the summer holidays, so lots of free time, trying to restabilize my life and come to terms with this small problem that had sort of crept up in my life. I fortunately never experienced full blown depression. I had a very low mood, which was connected to the anxiety. You know, Unfortunately, it seems that the best things come in pairs. So anxiety and depression often go hand in hand. The more anxious you feel, the less uh, enjoyment and freedoms you have in life. So the more your mood is going to drop, and the more that your mood drops, the more frustrated and tense you get in yourself. Thus, precipitating anxiety. So anxiety and depression are two very, very sort of common combined mental health problems, um, which, although is horrible because they're similar and come hand in hand, it means you can do certain things that can combat both of them, as I will talk about in future videos. So, yes, um, unfortunately I had to cancel my uh, plans for a placement year at university. I had arranged and was going to have a year's study abroad in Copenhagen, in Denmark, at the Copenhagen University, but I was in no fit state to see it through, to move abroad for a year, whilst experiencing something that was entirely alien to me and felt like my life was changing forever, which I can say is not the case in hindsight. But that was a big blow. Obviously I was extremely excited, and I thought this would be a major point in my life to date to live abroad, study abroad at a fantastic university. So that was a hard hit to take, but do I regret taking that? Sorry about the text. Do I regret taking that measure? Absolutely not. Um, it was something I had to do at the time, and one thing I've learned is that if you allow whatever issues or you know things that are happening in your life, if you let them um, if you let them make you feel frustrated or angry or upset about doing the best thing for you and for your health, then it can make it much worse. So instead, I thought I was totally capable of doing it. It's an experience that I may be able to do in the future, but at this point in time, I need to get myself back on track and stabilized and, calm and balanced, really. Um, so I spent 3 months over last summer 2015. I didn't have a crazy summer by any means, but I made sure that I got out most days and that I tried to see friends. Um, and I was exercising, I was running, cycling, um, just going on walks, trying to eat healthily and have a quite a healthy sort of bedtime routine, which were all brilliant things, and I will talk about in more detail in further upcoming videos. Um, so I was able to go back to university, and I had a brilliant time in my final year. I will probably do a video specifically about my living at university with anxiety later on. But strangely enough, my third year in university, which was the year that I lived with anxiety, was actually my probably most enjoyable. So that was the period where I first started experiencing anxiety personally, and it's been about 14 months now, as I say, and yeah, living with it is a real challenge sometimes. It's difficult, but generally speaking, it's made me far more aware of who I am, what I want to do with my time, what activities and thought processes are self-serving, and also certain things that aren't self-serving. Um, but I just wanted to um, introduce myself and tell you some information about my experiences with anxiety. But this is very much an introductory, basic video, a tester really. I mean, as you can see, I planned it so well that I'm even matching the walls. So in future, I'll try and be a bit more, sort of specific and full of information. But yeah, I want this to be interactive. So if anyone wants to respond to this, say things that were interesting, were boring, were helpful, weren't helpful, or things that they would like to discuss in future video logs or blogs or whatever, then yeah, please feel free to do so. I've got to say that um, I've been, amazed at how sociable and how positive certain online communities are, especially on Twitter, in regards to anxiety and mental health. I think if you can build a network of people that are positive and caring and want to listen, you're already, you've already installed a really, really good way to learn how to live with these things. So, yeah, feel free, anyone, to contact me at any time. I'm always here to talk and chat and stuff. It doesn't have to be about anxiety. I can bore you about many other things. Trust me. But yeah, so this is the introduction video. Yeah, thank you very much for your time, guys. Cheers. Bye bye.